Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Deha. She's an Eremite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something...
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor.
He's that strange-looking Fatui harbinger with the mask.
Yes, I know. Actually, he left Party's DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer is very important to... For now, all we can share with you is that your friend Cyno is working with us.
Cyno, you say? I see. Okay.
Cyno's name really does work wonders.
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. You don't need to tell me. The harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar
Hypatia? Why would he...
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. Let me ask.
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're at...
Since you asked, I'll be...
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient.
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of
Well, you're the only one who's ever...
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that I will personally supervise her treatment.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person current, your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that I've come to detest. It's not so much that I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for...
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say... Under normal circumstances, luckily there is still... It's just as the... And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's...
He asked a question. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion
I can barely believe it myself, but if that's true, the situation will be in our favor.
I don't think I missed any details.
Sorry, we can't...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest, all of this may have started... Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but my master will occasionally... This has been a habit of his for...
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the Academia. But the Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure. If the higher-ups... If the situation becomes critical,
All right.
if that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra...
I must say,
Being loyal to the... On that note,
the Academia, I suppose he's lucky.
I see.
This may well be. Also, if you. I think this may be.
Okay, well,
Thanks.
Right. Now, oh, by the way,
That way.
gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tignari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was actually telling the truth. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see.
But we have.
We'll do it the merc. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by boat?
That's right. Let's go to the port.
Look! Fatui's soul! Thanks to Deha's tracking.
Shh! Don't trip. The port is crawling.
Let's keep going and see what.
Now, this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can... This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye...
Uh-oh! He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving at us?
It's time to say good.
Wait, is...
Huh?
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the...
They were all here just a few minutes.
So this was a trap. Wait,
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
oh no. They might be after Hypesia. Let's get back to party...
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to...
Let's go!
Paradis Di is not a place.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Ours.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time.
Even the Grand Sachems, I've done my duty to inform.
It would seem that my work. You can keep trying to deny it, but come.
With all due respect.
Well, you only have your. I may be staying at party. It is still my duty to protect the peace.
Then it seems our
No one will lay a hand on you, We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypesia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak.
Got it! Hypasia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balleder is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypasia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with—
Who are you talking to?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypasia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final— Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusnali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god? Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith, but this also shows that— Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares, but you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world— I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about— It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss— Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my all gods need followers. So Hypasia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity. while her warship shall become my You're doubting me again? No matter. Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Ah! Paimon hears thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Time to... Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey! What happened to...
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. My wound aside...
Hey, didn't I tell you not to...
Just in case. Let's... Thank goodness she's...
Hey, how about taking care of yourself?
I understand my condition. The wound is not fatal.
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They...
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit. Sorry, traveler. Now you may start.
So that's what you were talking to the Balleder about? Oh, Paimon can't move.
The Academia's God creation plan. How ridiculous.
That sounds, damn. As long as I can enjoy every... I must be the least...
Don't say that.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent... maybe the...
You said the Balleder claimed that
Have you noticed?
So, if the doctor was to show up again, would the Balleder zap him with...
Based on what the traveler has said? In other words?
Yay! That's a big...
Thank you for the help, Tignari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party Let's continue to keep a...
All right, everyone is here.
How did everything go?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal. In addition, the props required are also ready.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI.
Who is behind it?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Balleder? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the doctor has left Sumeru by boat. He has something urgent to attend to back in Snezhnaya, so we've successfully removed the doctor from the picture. Also, Tignari's already resting.
Oh, Tignari also asked us to tell you this message. Trust your own senses and experience.
Everything also went smoothly to avoid alerting the
I can't believe you actually got so many Eremites into Sumeru's.
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team.
It appears to have been very well. Is that everything?
Huh? Wait, you...
Well, what else is there to...
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement?
Personally, I'd...
I'll hate them.
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something, so you should find someone more suitable.
But I thought all of you Academia big...
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that.
A scribe is responsible for recording...
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me.
Yeah! Say something to boost morale!
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilou!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was actually just about to go find...
But you also look like you're up to no good. Seems pretty interesting.
Welcome, Nilou. Would you like to join us?
Huh? Join you? You mean... you also want to discuss something important?
Yes. Nilou, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait, you're seriously inviting me? I can't believe my ears. You are truly the... Oh, right. The Traveler and Paimon are not from Sumeru, but you are awesome as well. I must admit, but I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusnali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you...
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay, I'll get...
Just remember not to say too much. Be
Yep.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
Well said. A good night's rest before an operation can be the difference between success...
Thankfully, I've had my place to myself for...
Huh?
Oh.
Alright, let's all go home.
Okay.
Yep, good night, everyone! Today is the Academia's New Garbaha Day. We can finally put in...
Hello, you two.
Not really. What about you all, Hayden?
Naturally,
You just want to show off how calm you are.
It's crucial to
The only thing you're doing...
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's console is. Only they can operate it. Many restricted commands and operations are...
You know, Paimon's been thinking, what kind of technology technology could let the...
That isn't something they could. 500 years ago, the Grand Sage at the time modified the device so that it could no longer be controlled from the inside. They were effectively trapping one god with the power of another.
So,
Don't forget, today is Nyargarbaha Day, arguably the most important day to the Academia. The sages and core all the Darshans when the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process. Well, yes. If precedence holds,
everyone should be in position.
let's go.
So,
Yes.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhetam?
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the Academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Harab.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate.
That wasn't my intention. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be
Is that so? The sages search for you? A blonde-haired traveler? From the...
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in Haravatat. I surmise you've
As I expected.
It's nothing.
All right.
what the heck just happened?
I'm afraid I don't know.
You have no idea?
That is the so-called... Nowadays, the Academia is rampant with this type of scholar.
Wow. So there are special ways...
We shouldn't waste any more...
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in
There are a lot of students going through...
The Academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyargarbaha Day. They're all occupied with their own matters. Just act natural. Now,
What's this platform?
it's a lift that Academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then?
No, not right now.
You think the Grand Sage will exit from there? And after he does, we'd sneak...
Who knows?
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look...
What's Grand Sage Azar doing here?
Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of you after such... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so I came to personally...
Great Sage. I didn't expect you to care so much about...
I'm sure, but it's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet 2 of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. Excellent. The foot traffic here renders this place...
This place is crawling with guards. There's no way out for us.
All right then, traveler. What did you wish to discuss? Today is Nyargarbaha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. You seem to know quite a bit about... If that is so, then you should be praising our great...
Trivial?
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. These creating a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience and omnipotence, then we shall create a god to reveal them. This is the pinnacle of human wisdom. We shall regain a god's guidance at long last. No longer will we flounder. Even Ermin's soul will be for our nation of scholars. This is the ultimate aspiration. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born. Gods exist on a plane that far eclipses humanity's. Lesser Lord Kusnali. What can she even do? Care for the people? Fend off sands? We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukadevata. Though I may have personally not seen it, our forefathers, the ascension of the Lesser Lord has brought nothing but bewilderment to the scholars. With that in mind, it is—
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the super—
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are indeed dangerous individuals. Not only are they acting—
Alhetam? Are you talking about us?
Anyway, I've brought them to the Academia as ordered, but it took some time and oh, that reminds me. Here's the investigation report you had requested. It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler, an array of information about her ready for your—
Alhetam? So you're still in the Academia? We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no errors. I would expect nothing less than an immaculate as it is Niagarba.
We'll be monitored, just like Cyno.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be predicted with an accuracy of at least 98%. Furthermore, your data will be up to put it into words you can understand. Are you not familiar with the concept? In any case, you are Sumeru's most concerning external variable. Locking you down will greatly decrease the chance of any undesirable outcomes coming to pass.
You're
Despicable. Perhaps from your perspective, but your ploy was to sacrifice the Traveler here, was it not?
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your plan this entire time. Why are you doubting me at this juncture?
Must I delineate your entire plan? Very well. First off, judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant General Mahamatra.
Maybe Paimon shouldn't have mentioned Cyno just now.
The Academia had not received correspondence from its— With their instigation, what was the probability that you would betray the Academia? Rational?
Regardless, that's all—
Indeed, your boldness— If I'm correct, you have a contingency plan— Sneak into the Academia on Niagarba Day, using Alhetam's status as the scribe. Should your intentions be discovered, Alhetam will turn traitor, and as for Cyno—
You'll see me as a traitor regardless of what Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. However—
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you, Azar, you've betrayed all of Sumeru, betrayed its Archon.
So flight is turned to fight at long last.
Azar.
Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule.
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhetam? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyargarbaha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon's acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhetam's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon thinks it went something...
Apart from that, we still have yet another goal in the first stage of our operation.
What? Why do we want to get her locked?
She's always been the person the sages are most afraid of. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control. And with their guard down...
I can already see...
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not really worth it.
That isn't the only reason. According to the Academia, that way, even if we break into the sanctuary of Surasthana, it will take time to...
So our job is to...
The confinement room is inside the Academia. I'll work with Ramon's scholars to make some modifications to your Akasha term. However...
Oh, no wonder you've been wearing your Akasha terminal today. It's the one that Alhetam modified. Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... the faster it blinks, the better the signal! Whoa, it's Mora! Ooh, Mora! No, Paimon, we're not here to hunt for treasure! Here? No signal again! Is it getting jammed? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started... I want to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people and their hearts, kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the Sanctuary of Sirs. The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own. And do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning.
Who are you? Who's... You're right, though. I won't...
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you.
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. When I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! We weren't locked up for nothing! When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds out. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their Nyagarb? Yep! So that means our next act is Nilou's
Nilou, are you sure about this? You're taking such a great risk for them.
I'm sure, and I'm going.
All right. You seem to have a lot of trust in them, so I won't. But if anything happens, the few of us here may not be able.
Don't worry. They've been through worse.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Nilou, how's it going? No.
Definitely more than usual.
It's okay. Just focus on your performance.
You sure know how to talk.
Well, thank you both.
Ooh, that...
All right, let's get back to business. Nilou, we'll be here to keep people...
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia has been conducting a weird
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better?
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilou! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Do you want some candy?
Vihar, thank you. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance, and I'm... Yeah, thanks to you.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the next stage? Yep. It's great that everything seems to be... Come to think of it, when did Alhetam replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous. Speaking of, didn't... Oh, it's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's smart. Let's review. Paimon remembers that Nilous' task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusnali's consciousness has been forceful with the doctor's technological support, they think they have...
How despicable of them to rely...
But this is... I was originally asked to draft the knowledge capsule for the artistic... It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyagarbha Day.
Are they really going to stop all artistic performances? That's horrible!
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on Nyagarbha Day, if someone were to be seen performing in public, the sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so,
Sure sounds complicated. That's pretty clever. I just have one question. Even if we manage to get them...
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability to distinguish truth from misinformation is significantly reduced.
The Akasha will turn humans into machines. I've seen...
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing, too. By the way, this plan still requires a performer, right?
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilou of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda hesitant to ask...
All right. After the guards and the Academia are gone...
Then it'll be time for me and my stowaway brother. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman?
After laying low in the city for so long, this...
We couldn't do anything to them inside their coop, but outside...
With a lioness like you...
We still need to eliminate...
All they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and...
Speaking of which, most of the guards who report directly to the Sixth following those blasted sages...
Indeed. The trap has been set.
All right, let's each take...
You gave such an important...
It'll be fine. Besides, even if...
You've got a point.
Good luck.
This outfit...
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here, you'll pretend to be Lesser Lord Kusnali and run away from them.
Oh, yeah, I remember, of course.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. Even if that, you only need to think about getting the guards' attention and leading them to the GrandBazar.
Okay.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time, Isak.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Huh. Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, he didn't check behind the tree. The guard looks alert. What should I do next? Guard looks alert.
Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard finally left.
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusnali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusnali? How did I not notice that?
They found...
The target suspect... Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here? Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you? Who are you? Did you set us up? What are you planning?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusnali. Who exactly are you?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition. After stepping into our traps, stop thinking of yourselves as
An ambush? How's that possible? This is Sumeru City, but mercenaries from the desert somehow ambushed us!
You've spent all your time hiding away in the Academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground.
This is odd. The Academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Nyagarbha Day ceremonies, but it's much quieter. Where are the guards? Why have I not seen a single one?
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you come?
My apologies. Right now, all Academia guards have entered the city to perform the ordered arrest. I thought you knew—
Arrest? Who is there to— I have an ominous—
arrest Lesser Lord Kusnali, right? Is that not what the order was?
Lesser Lord Kusnali? You mean she has disappeared?
Yes. I wouldn't dare make— Right now, everyone is in a panic, and many are saying that Lesser Lord Kusnali will take revenge on us.
What happened? Just what is going on? Lesser Lord Kusnali somehow escaped? Was it Alhetam and his party that freed her? That's impossible. What manner of trickery did they employ? How could Lesser disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guards?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusnali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the city and arrest the Akasha indeed contains this information, and it clearly appeared in my mind. How did they bypass my permissions to issue this kind of message? Was it the report about the traveler that Alhetam submitted? No. I specifically checked that knowledge capsule before entering it into the Akasha. Could that have been a red herring? Well, Even if I figure it out now, it won't make any difference. The important thing now is to confirm Lesser... Have you been to the sanctuary of Surasthana to confirm that Lesser Lord Kusnali is indeed...
Confirm? No. It may be a bit offensive to say this, but... Grand Sage, what you're saying doesn't make any sense. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? What the Akasha decrees is fact. That is common knowledge. So if we have to confirm the information and knowledge from the Akasha, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's legacy lose its meaning that way.
In the beginning, it was I who asked you to believe in the Akasha, to believe in the legacy left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Are you trying to use my...
No, Grand Sage. I'm merely confused because I believe in you.
Stay here and see if there are any suspicious people around. I'll go to the sanctuary of Surasthana on my...
Yes, Grand...
Lesser Lord Kusnali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. Go to the... How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eye.
What a comical sight is. Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusnali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy
Cyno. Have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me. But I didn't expect it to turn out like this.
No, you were blinded. Your faults stem from your reliance on the Akasha.
I truly did not expect a proud person like you to cooperate with Alhetam and the Traveler.
People change, Azar. Admit it. The Akasha can't predict my actions anymore.
Then tell me, what have you found during your
You want to buy time? As for the investigation, I've at least confirmed that you are guilty of insurgency against the Archon.
So what? Did you do all of this so I would plead guilty in front of you, General Mahamatra?
No. I want you to plead. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
How long do we have to wait? Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Yeah, but aren't you... Thinking about it, at least Paimon has you. We could still... When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the sanctuary of Surasthana...
Here comes your savior.
Dehya! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who...
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of? Oh, are you ticklish?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Cyno's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out of the Academia are all taken care of. The Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the Sages. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you've been super great friends with them for a long time. So, how's Cyno doing?
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into Cyno's hands, so he probably does too. Cyno forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusnali. He has no choice but to obey. So, hurry to the sanctuary of Surasthana. Assuming nothing weird happened, We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
Should I say, it's nice to meet you? This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me. But during this time, I did some self-reflection.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends.
Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. My concept of self has become... But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in... This is really embarrassing.
It's okay. With you,
there's one more...
What is it?
For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom, as their Archon, I will make them pay.
Ah, wow! That's the spirit!
I understand if you haven't even figured out how to... Yes, true. That reminds me. I wonder how far we need to hurry and prevent... I need to make some preparation. First things first. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the Sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was, only operable by the Archon. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukadova. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also... If we don't stop the...
We might as well prepare for a fight! When we're done, we can take a walk around. After all, we missed out on a lot of stuff when we were locked up. How's it going, Nahida?
I'm done with the parts that needed my involvement to complete. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little floating?
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the Traveler from now on, people won't remember Paimon because she isn't unique anymore!
It's alright. It's only a flying device. But you're the Traveler's irreplaceable friend.
You're so good at comfort.
I was simply telling you what I feel to be the truth. I wasn't...
Nahida, you're a natural at...
By the way, even though I'm the you may have heard that an Archon's if we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'll have to count on you, and I'll do my best to provide support. I'm glad I...
So the God of Wisdom isn't good at fighting?
I've located where the false god is. Time is of the essence, so What is this place? Is this... Wow. Who would have thought there'd be a place like this hidden right...
The sages wanted to realize their god creation. Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. But this place doesn't look like it could have been. The Fatui under the doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided...
Yeah! Or else...
Is that it, though? Instead of being in... So... We had previously come into contact. One is the other obsession.
Paimon knows that he would... That's why he wants to know...
It sounds like you know the Balleder quite well. I see. The more we know now, the better we can plan for and react to any future situation. Ah, I see. Alright, time to go.
This is it.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it. It seems to have stopped. Let's continue.
I must stone unturned.
Run from death.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Let's move.
I must leave no...
Shouldn't get careless.
Looking at its operational status...
Oh no.
Are you nervous?
If you really want to know... Of course Paimon's nervous!
Yes, I am. I feel not just nervous, but
curious?
Curious about her fate to me, and if it's a form of knowledge. However, so to me, that's also why I look. And now, I will personally...
Ah, so that's what you mean.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balleder has already become a god?
The Balleder. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura.
A body that capitalizes on the Balleder's... How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective, it's a commendable achievement in...
You sure are something!
But I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every note. Can you feel it?
Nahida wouldn't feel the same.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
The strife engraved upon a Gnosis. You're talking about the Archon. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. I didn't personally participate in the Archon War. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the...
This is a first. No wonder your own people have a bent. Your judgment is as your existence. Unsubstantial. This is where everything ends, Booer. The god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Like now, where your only option is to face me and come! Let us reenact a scene of the... Perish! Feeble human! Insignificant pest!
Leave it all to me.
Out of the frying pan, into the...
At my command, you shall fall!
Nice and spicy!
I must leave no stone unturned.
Churn!
Yeah! Windblade! As a dutiful maid would.
Perish!
I'll catch up. Leave it all to me.
Human!
This will be frozen. Coolant.
My endless cycle begins!
I must leave no stone unturned. Windblade! You're toast!
Insignificant pest!
Windblade!
Feeble human!
Leave it all to
At
me.
my command, you shall fall!
Steady as stone. Prepare to be blown away! Windblade!
Burn to oblivion!
Nice and spicy! I must leave no stone up.
Kneel!
Leave it all to me. Windblade.
Reality is pain!
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Boor?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my Gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sabzeruz festivals and samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boor.
A thousand eons, mine to dominate!
I must leave no...
Burn to oblivion! Kneel!
Don't get frostbite.
Everyone's okay!
Reality is pain!
Committed to memory! Hey!
Good riddance, cruel world.
Someone leave it all to me! I see everything!
absolute top.
Has a good night show. This may hurt a little.
Burn to oblivion! Reality is pain!
I must leave no stone unturned. Nice and spicy! Everyone hold hands! Grow, grow, grow!
Kneel!
Stop!
Humans. Filthy humans. Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
This sure seems very different from what Paimon imagined.
Yes, that is our destination. Forbidden knowledge? Your inference seems logical enough. Forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert thousands of years ago, but was successfully repelled thanks to King Then, a second instance of forbidden knowledge pollution occurred, but I'm afraid it is much...
So, if we're...
Yes. She didn't completely... the way that everyone...
Aww. Do you feel...
I'm just... sharing her pain. Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge pollution in such terrible conditions? All the way... She even used her last remnant of lucid... Yes, but now... We can cross the polluted consciousness until we found the right... And then... We'll let Greater Lord Rukkhadevata tell us each of us need to... Even with the Gnosis' Don't worry, it should be...
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here. Its course...
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
Watch the wind. What's the hurry?
We changed direction. Are we still going the right way, Nahida?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the book... We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been...
Hopefully there...
Are you saying you've never met Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No. It seems that my birth and her death took place at the same time. Otherwise...
Hey! So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord, but the one standing over there...
Is that... me? Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature?
Because you are me, and I am you. You are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. And you are the purest branch snapped from Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if a tree dies, its branches will eventually take root and grow, continuing the tree's life in an I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real me... Judging from your appearance, I've probably been dead for 500 years. But you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true, then am I going to be a great Archon like you someday?
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be different. When a branch grows into a mature tree, it won't be the same as the original tree.
That's why fate...
That's a great insight. Yeah, it's also precisely why you won't become like me. But perhaps you may become an even... I already see a determination in you that I didn't possess in mine, along with the blessings from your... Don't worry. The growth of wisdom...
Come to think of it, the sages never...
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Archon I always admired was in fact my... It's so nice to speak with...
The feeling is mutual.
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me? And what exactly happened when you died?
Ah, I see. You're here. Everything that day, even the sky itself, changed into a color like this. At that time, the Seven were all summoned to the nation of Conria. I had to protect Irminsul. The disaster occurred together with the pollution of forbidden knowledge. The pain started to torment my mind. By the time had I not repelled the pollution of...
So what exactly is forbidden knowledge?
It's a kind of knowledge that doesn't belong to this world, and a form of truth that can't be understood. It came from the very bottom of the abyss. Even I could never understand it. The world is constantly rejecting it, leading to all kinds of bad phenomena. If we allow forbidden knowledge to pollute Irminsul, I'm afraid the entirety of Teyvat could fall apart.
So, there's knowledge that even the God of Wisdom can't understand?
At that time, I knew I couldn't repel the forbidden knowledge with my strength alone, which is why I created a device that compiled human wisdom and named it the Akasha.
It's truly the world's most amazing invention.
Thank you. Though it was selfish to do so, I borrowed people's...
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, almost all the forbidden knowledge was cleared from... But things didn't go as smoothly as I thought. I had a terrible headache, and then I remembered that my consciousness was also connected with Irminsul. It brought me knowledge and went from the very beginning. My existence...
Oh no. I've experienced that pain in your consciousness.
Yes, but my feelings weren't important. The important thing was that even if I died, my existence and everything related to me would continue to exist in Irminsul as memories and so I took the purest branch of all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from
Wait!
So you realize what that implied. Irminsul has all the knowledge and memories of this world. Removing me from Irminsul means, but this is the only way to save Irminsul.
People love you so much and they've missed you so much over the past 500 years. I am exactly the same. So how can we just forget you like this? Is there really no other way? There must be something else I can do.
You're the god of wisdom, Boer. You should know that there is no other...
But this is so cruel.
No need to feel so sad, Boer. As someone who delights in wisdom, these are the words in their entirety. Let the world come... We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow.
I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world. Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness.
I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all the dreams to the people. Goodbye, people of Sumeru. May you be blessed tonight with the sweetest of dreams.
I'm alright. We've just saved the world, right? So I don't know where this feeling inside of me is coming from. Just now, we used the power of two Gnosis to successfully connect with the Ermin soul consciousness from 500 years ago. Then, we removed the remaining pollution.
Yeah, what's wrong? Weren't you there just now?
Huh? That sound. Traveler!
I've been waiting here far too long. But finally I have the chance to be alone with you. All the precious time I wasted has
The doctor! What have you done?
just a type of sound wave that can quickly put defenseless people into a dream. As I expected, it doesn't have any effect on gods. This is the only thing of interest I found among the sage's research. I thought I'd take it for a little spin. Don't worry. I know you would never forgive me if I actually killed them. I'm here to negotiate with you. Naturally, I won't...
Negotiate with me?
I left Sumeru, but I also stayed in Sumeru. Even the god of wisdom is restricted by the habits of cognition.
You mean there are many different versions of you in this?
An astute even the same individual will have different cognitions at different ages. A long time ago, I made a major observation is the first step of any experiment. But observing so I saved segments of all. That's all there is to it.
It's an insult to the very life inherently has many...
Indeed, it's difficult for humans to make peace with themselves.
Since you were in the academia, why wait until now to show up? You could very well have stopped us and helped...
Simple. Let me ask you this. Would any staff member ever help the sub? It was my experiment.
The academia saw the plan to create a... You really are crazy. If the experiment succeeded, you would have had a new god on your hands. How would you have faced your own god then? Would you still take the same stance? Would you still hold the same view of your...
I'm first and foremost a scholar. These results should be left to the judgment of the hypothetical me
As an individual, you don't have any sense of belonging.
Oh no, I certainly have. All right, that's enough conversation for today. The experiment is over, and it's time to tidy up the equipment and reclaim any For example, Lesser Lord Kusnali, you're an intelligent Archon. I'm sure you understand.
Didn't you say you were here to...
After all, I'm also a scholar. Naturally...
Your hypocrisy is... I understand your scheme, but... What if I were to destroy the Gnosis now and awaken the heavenly principles?
Awaken. The heavenly principles? Do you think that's really possible?
The heavenly principles have been silent for many years, but the Gnosis are symbols of their control over Tevat and all the... Will the destruction of a Gnosis attract the attention of the heavenly principles? And if so, how do the Fatui plan to deal with the cons? Do you dare to gamble such a
Gamble? How surprised. I thought you would show evidence or use rigorous reasoning to prove your point. The word gamble is the last thing, but this is a clever move. You must have seen through me when I first captured your consciousness. As a scholar, I respect all possibilities. This has always been my principle and is an essential trait as an... Indeed, I can't ignore this possibility. So tell me then, what are your conditions?
This foreign Gnosis will only lead to disaster if it stays in... But this Electro Gnosis is the prize I obtained after defeating one of your fellow Harbingers. Now, as the one who initiated this cascade of events, shouldn't you pay the corresponding...
Price? Interesting. What price would you have me pay?
How about erasing all your other segments?
So this is how... Segments are extraordinarily difficult to make. They require... Yes. Among all the versions of me, this segment you see now is the most selfish. If it weren't me, your idea wouldn't have worked. What did you see when you were imprisoned? You were observing me, and that's how you know I've long grown tired of their doubts and endless arguments.
Like you said, it's difficult to make peace with yourself. Being as smart as you are, have you managed to do that?
I see. If you think all those versions of me are worth a Gnosis, then deal.
You sure didn't hesitate much. Is the relationship between all the versions of you really that bad?
I don't think there's any need to dwell on that. The surplus versions of me can be exchanged for a Gnosis. Do you think anyone can offer themselves at a higher price? Besides, with my abilities. But what I'd like to know is...
I can see your remaining honesty.
What a ridiculous decision! You can't be serious!
How could I have been so short-sighted?
You think this is the end? Wait, I'll have my revenge!
You'll make this moment count.
You will regret this!
Well, have you confirmed that it's complete?
Here. The future of Sumeru City will be in my hands alone. I will shut down the Akasha and let curiosity and the thirst for knowledge drive the realm of academics. There won't be any further gap.
It truly pains me. Another chess piece. And where is your...
Don't be greedy, Harbinger of Snezhnaya.
No, this is a different transaction. If you intend to turn off the Akasha... Besides... Oh... Judging from your expression, you don't seem to find the idea very agreeable. Then let's think of it this way.
People exchanging knowledge with the God of Wisdom is the stuff of legends. Yet, arrogant as that is...
Let me ask you, have you in all your mighty knowledge ever heard the rumor that the skies of Tevat are fake?
Huh?
That's the secret hidden by Irminsul concerning the truth of this world. Once I finish telling you with negotiations, we've all gotten what we wanted.
Your arrogance may know no bounds, and convictions may mean nothing to you. But I'll still listen to what you have to say.
Are you awake? Kali says it's time for breakfast. Come on, get up! Good morning! How are you feeling today? Good to hear. It looks like we've recovered pretty well. Not even Tignari could stop us from... Come on, Traveler!
Like you're awake.
Yep.
I prepared some breakfast today. Please.
It's nice to have you here so we...
Well, now that I've recovered from Elazar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even...
And Paimon bets they're awesome!
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Nope. Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up. So, it's from Nilou. We're going to hold a feast at the GrandBazar and celebrate Cyno's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of Sumeru, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing. Everyone's aware of your abilities.
Anyway, let's go to the GrandBazar.
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tignari.
Tignari!
Good morning. How do you feel today?
We feel much better. How about you?
I'm recovering well. Thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work.
It's fine. I'm not the Elazar patients have recovered.
It seems once Irminsul started...
Yes, but there are still some The Withering is one example. Though it won't...
By the way, we have some good news. Cyno got his position.
This news is hardly...
Huh? You mean he was already here?
He visited once, but he was a...
And you probably already know all about...
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about...
Huh? But didn't Nilou say in her letter...
Perhaps.
Come to think of... You and Kale are both Cyno's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have...
Huh?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusnali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to... When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusnali had defeated the Balleder and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that this... As a result, work has...
That sounds really...
There's nothing we can do, but that's another time.
Ah, right!
You've recovered well.
Yay!
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time.
Mr. Zubair, I finished telling things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our...
Oh, it'll...
I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, Nilou!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
You're the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that are...
Yeah. I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests.
Look, I get it. Sumeru is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just— Nilou is Sumeru's #1 celebrity after all.
If you consider enjoying Nilou's dances having good taste, then almost everybody, because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
That's right. We all think Nilou is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent Master Zubair. Let's have—
Nonsense, it is— But indeed, we could try giving gifts to—
Ooh, good idea.
I don't want you get—
There's always a lot going on at the GrandBazar.
Yeah, and that's why I love Traveler and Paimon. Could you help confirm if the letter— if for some reason they didn't receive the—
Yeah, we can also check out how everything—
As for Cyno, I'm not too sure about Ramon's whereabouts. My guess, as for Dunyarzad—
Okay, got it. Let's go, Traveler. We haven't seen Alhetam anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Alhetam around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Alhetam has gone to the house of Dana. You should be able to find— But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today.
Oh? Who else was looking?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip.
No way. Where's—
Ah.
What's the hurry?
Alhetam should be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there!
Just put down that worthless book and tell me—
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to—
Oh? You sound—
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you—
Well...
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised.
What? Maybe it's because you've never—
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
Oh, you see?
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your—
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? And don't change the subject! You, a sage? What a joke. The Academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Forget what's going on with the Academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what—
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No.
I was in the desert, which is truly Hold on, wait a second.
Well, while—
Ha! And you—
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been over—
Huh?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours—
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilou. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilou said she sent out a letter.
If she addressed the letter to Alhetam of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Tignari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by—
Yeah, you're right.
Yes, at least that's how there's— It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great— Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6 great schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly among the 6 great sages. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for a—
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone?
Yes.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the grand—
Huh? But why?
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before.
Oh, all right. So are you busy these days trying to find—
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important—
By the way—
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the— which is exactly what—
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change.
Such is the work of the Academia Square.
Well, anyway, no matter—
All right.
This is poor Ormos. Now where could—
Is that Paimon I hear?
Huh?
Oh, it's been a while. How are you doing?
Tignari! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been— I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Dehya!
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Why do you still call me that, Dehya? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die—
Resignation?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by— When I took this job, I'd already decided that I'd quit as soon as you'd recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna—
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever! Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru.
Well, I remember a friend had some...
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that.
We just came from talking with Alhetam at...
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither.
Ugh, forget about it. I'll hate them probably just like the way I worked and knew I'm good enough.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Cyno might actually agree and let you be... because you're super amazing!
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Cyno. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing...
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later.
I don't want to see you go, but...
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy, but a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me.
Huh? But wait a second!
Well, no, not yet at least.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time?
Oh, did Nilou write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port...
Huh. It was probably... My lady has been very...
Right, and we...
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always...
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply.
Sorry to make you two come all the way up.
It must be something important for Nilou.
Yes! She said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar.
Great!
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
Since it's being organized by me...
All right, then this is how...
The feast will be held in 2 days!
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us...
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Cyno and Rama...
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his...
Oh.
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember... Don't mention it.
All right, on to our next... It's been a while since we last visited Aru. Ah, there's Cyno!
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tignari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
Mm-hmm. And Tignari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right?
You're welcome. Tignari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I'm meeting some people.
Oh!
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble in...
Roman!
Oh, you know?
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the act...
Don't worry, these are our friends. No need to be...
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good...
Same here. Really?
Oh, tell us...
Yeah.
All right, well, I suppose I should... I've decided to leave the Academia.
What?
It's not that I've given up on being a... I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship. I plan to leave the Academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you...
Sataria will return to support education here and teach... She can't teach everyone on her own.
Yes, That is the true meaning of education, and
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Ataria is more than the stars have always guided caravans.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from?
You deserve these compliments.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart. As if there were lightning bolts. Sataria, you tread a Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never. These words sparked something in me. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand
Azar has received much-needed punishment.
Lord Cyno helped me obtain permit. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him.
You're all doing so much for...
Aside from that, I also have some other business.
Lesser Lord Kusnali has allocated many I applied for a few batches of educational...
That's exactly what the...
Apart from this, the Academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that.
Enough about us. Are you?
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilou. Nilou wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should... A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the GrandBazar. She hopes that all of you will be at the feast. We'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamach. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon...
Celebration? Feast? It's the first I've heard of it.
Tignari was right. He really didn't know.
This feast is for you, Cyno. Sounds to me like you'll have...
It's rare to see that.
No, not really. But...
Well, I still have a lot to handle here.
I'm afraid I won't be able to. The messaging. I'm sorry for how I... You and the art, please keep dancing.
Okay, we've got all that down. Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Cyno, remember, party's in 2 days. Make...
Got it.
Today's the big day. Let's go to the GrandBazar and see how the celebrations come... Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
I'm here.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work.
But we're not late, are we?
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really?
Come join us over here. Let's share some...
Everything looks quite...
Wow! Paimon can't wait! Traveler, just look at... Whoa! It's so delicious!
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the GrandBazar. And we have everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dehya.
My lady sure has a way with words.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to form. Moreover,
Yeah. Everyone gave it their... It was almost like everyone played their part. And thanks to...
So, would you say we're good actors too?
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusnali was able to return to power at the...
Yes! Even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she... Lesser Lord Kusnali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised.
no, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusnali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return? If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle.
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusnali calls for a more severe...
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusnali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely...
I respect our deity's decision, and won't... While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand...
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you were...
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way?
But seriously, though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind...
I did have my own motive. If the rules of our nation were so...
By that, you mean your life working as the...
Precisely.
Wait.
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the person.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the...
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must...
Even so, keep your...
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings. No. The GrandBazar is live. That happiness is an emotion that'll be... Oh well.
My lady, the...
Yes, I also... What an amazing...
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilou invited everybody.
Hey, less of that polite...
Ah, there you... Well, how is it? That is the first time... You see, make sure you live it up tonight. I'm honored to have her think of me. I can't explain why.
The atmosphere here is good. And everything is still... I don't often have a lot to handle these days. There's a...
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop. Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you put something yummy in your Of course, just wait here for...
It's me. sorry for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, the connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the GrandBazar. I wanted to have a look. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me. Is it not convenient? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they? What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feat? Oh. Yes, I have. You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the... Everyone!
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the...
It's me.
Huh? That voice.
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusnali in the GrandBazar. Interesting.
No, of course not. Are you... Lesser Lord
Hello, Nilou.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilou, Alhetam, Cyno, Deha, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusnali?
I took the liberty of occupying the Traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the Balleder, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Teyvat would have seen people refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identity. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusnali, you have done so much for Sumeru, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and...
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton. That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of gluttony! Alright, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your...
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to...
Is there anything you want? After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down, but this is definitely not a bad thing. Even the Akasha's centralized, although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, and as the former sages have received, I hope that the new 6th grade sage... The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, and I've already taken some... You mean, what happened after the doctor put... Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of God. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed... I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for the exchange served as both punishment... He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who... Don't worry, I'll keep it. In addition, his future will be determined. Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in a judicial system.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality. Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Huh? You mean...
About your brother. While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
Yeah, isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or...
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
What?
There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
But nothing about this makes any sense! first trip to Teyvat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria. After the Conria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my Gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take...
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today.